Good afternoon to all the Venerable Sangha and the yogis here. Today we start the MBMC retreat for the next 2 weeks. And after that followed by Sayadaw U Panjatami for 1 month. So every night before we start the Dhamma talk, we will do the chanting. So if those who are not familiar with the chanting, then might get the book ready. Then we'll do the chanting for the three refuges and the 8 precepts. Now, since today is the opening, right now I'll give some guidelines to the meditation, some basic guidance to this meditation, to this Vipassana meditation, because some of us here are very new to this meditation. Now some of us are new to this place, but you are not new to the Vipassana meditation. So at least if you know how to meditate, then it's well and good. For those who really, some of us are really new, then we need to have, you have to start with the right footing. Hey, first of all, can you understand me or not? Long Bing pick up on me. Because right now, whether it's going to be Hokkien talk or it's going to be English talk. 幾人不要聽英文，哪人不要聽 Okay, like that, we're still, the retreat will be in English. But 一般到啦, Hokkien, So if you are a foreigner, then you got to be, hold on now. This is Penang. So the language we're going to use is mostly English, but sometimes here a bit, there a bit in Hokkien. But I'll try to translate it, but sometimes translation doesn't do justice to the words that we use over here. Anyway. Now, since this is a Vipassana retreat, we are following the method of Mahasi, the Mahasi method. And also the Mahasi method follows the method of the Buddha. In all places, and all the Buddhas, whenever he goes to places to teach, then there's the first thing the Buddha look for. The place has to be quiet. The place has to be calm. The place is not supposed to be like noisy, talking, and so on. So therefore, in our modern age, we just don't communicate using our mouth only. We use our fingers to communicate nowadays. So here, the first thing is that you got to put all your mobile phones away. Okay? You must not talk to other yogis. Now, if I see you talking to other yogis, I'll admonish you there and then. But if you carry on to do it, I will ask you to leave the retreat. We do not want to ask the yogis to leave to cut short. But there are yogis who are like that. Somehow or another, they just can't stop talking. So here in this retreat, we start off with the right footing. You have to be quiet. You do your things even while you are in your room also. Even in your kuti, you also have to respect other yogis, because in the room they are also still meditating. So all of us has to be as quiet as possible, as best as possible, to keep this place. But nevertheless, here, because considered it is as a town meditation center, there will be a lot of people coming in and out. This is not like some other meditation centers which is far away. Once a week you may see a few devotees comes in. That's all. But here is different. Here there are a lot of devotees come in and out. And sometimes they could be a bit of a chatty type. You may see your friends. You may see your friends down there having a good time. You don't go down there and join them. You join them, I'll let you join them as much as you can. Then that's it for your retreat. Yeah. So, you be careful. While you are in the room also, make sure you put all your mobile phones aside. As best as possible, keep all your mobile phones, your internet, your tablet, computer, whatever that you have, you put it all aside. Now in other meditation centers, nowadays they collect all the mobile phones. They collect all the mobile phones, put it in the office or somewhere safe. Initially, yogis tend to be, feel very, very difficult about mobile phone, But then after that, after 2 or 3 days, they feel very good. Because nothing to disturb them anymore. And one of the most things that make us restless in our everyday life is the gadget of ours. The mobile phones, the tablets, the computer. So try to keep those things aside. And also another thing is that while you are here, there are books lying around, free distribution books on the shelf there, on the library. Although there are books here and there, yogis are not allowed to read. You have to give up reading for this period of time while you are in a meditation. If you don't give up reading, you can have a lot of thinking in your meditation. Okay? So if I see you go into the browsing at the books there, I will admonish you. So keep it all aside. Then here, now some of us may be very first time meditating. So some of us may be very first time meditating. Sometimes we are not very good at slowing down our movements, our physical movement. In this Vipassana retreat, you need to slow down. Slow down in such a way that your body is calm. When your body is calm and relaxed, your mind also is relaxed and clear. So while you are here, you keep your movement slow. You want to open the door slowly. You want to go outside, slowly. You want to go up the staircase, go up slowly. In your room, do it slowly. Take your time. Don't need to rush. After all, you're not going anywhere. And your eyes. Your eyes, while you are in a meditating time, is always about 6 feet in front of you, or 1 or 2 meters, or 2 meters in front of you. You should not look here and there. You should not look here and there, for the reason is again to make your mind calm down. All these small reasons, we're going to explain it in the coming days. Why all this vipassana concerning about all these small things. If we don't take care of these little things, is where all our restless thinking mind starts coming in. So we take note of that. So your physical movements, your communication, all these things, you reduce it as best as you can. Now I want to go through a little bit of the schedule. Now take note this schedule over here in my hand here. We have 3 pieces here on the topmost floor, beside the staircase, in blue color, at the aircon room, at the window there, at the glass window, and downstairs, and here at the white board here. Looking at so many pieces of paper is like a witch hunt. You got to hunt for the schedule. So make sure you see the right one. There are so many things on the board there. There are so many things on top of the board also upstairs. So make sure you know which is the schedule. So the schedule here is for you to follow. It's not just to show here only. It's for you to follow. There are many reasons why we need to follow this schedule. But later in the other days, we'll talk about it, why the schedule is very important for us. So 4 a.m. we wake up. We wake up mindfully. So by 5 a.m., you come in for a group sitting. And when you come in for a group sitting, here the 5 a.m. you do at the topmost floor. You do at the topmost floor. So by 6 o'clock, they have a morning chanting, a short morning chanting, and then after that, you have a breakfast. But before breakfast, you have to line up near the dining hall, the Bodhicana Sala. Then we have our breakfast at 6:30. So after 6:30, after you finish your breakfast, you don't have to wait for whether the monks finish or not. As long as you finish your breakfast or you finish your lunch, you may get up slowly and go and wash your plates. Okay? Then after that, you can carry on to do whatever you need. Now in the morning time, after the breakfast, hopefully you could able to make sure that especially the ladies here, you make sure your kutis also is a bit kept clean. The surrounding area. And also if you want to do your laundry, also in the morning. Because with the weather, with this type of weather, afternoon is going to be a bit more difficult for you to do your laundry. Okay? So, 8 o'clock again, we have a group sitting. 8 o'clock again, we at the topmost floor. And then we have a walking. Now the walking, just now, Sister Fong Lun has mentioned to you all that here, walking area, for the male and monks is the top floor. First floor. The female, you can walk at the topmost floor and also the ground floor. So, again, 10 o'clock we have a group sitting, then 11 o'clock we have lunch. You can have a bit of rest. During this time you can have your shower, and after that you come up for walking a little bit, and then after that we have a group sitting in the afternoon. Now in the afternoon, I'll give you a bit more flexibility in terms of where you can choose the place to sit. Now, hopefully, the next 2 weeks, you have this type of weather. You hope, and you pray hard. If not, the upstairs in the MBMC is like an oven, as if like you are baking inside there. So if you can withstand the heat, then well and good. But if you cannot take the heat, then you come down to the ground floor, or you can use the aircon room, or you can use the library. Ground floor is much more cooler. If some people like to use the aircon room, okay. Some people want to use the library, okay. The library is quite quiet, Here sometimes the ground floor here, although it's nice to meditate, but once in a while there are people come in, a bit chit-chat here and there, So sometimes it's a bit difficult to control them. So what I want y'all to do is that in the afternoon sitting, you can choose where you want to sit. You want to sit on the topmost floor? No problem, can. You want to sit in the aircon room? You want to sit in the library? Can. But you cannot sit in your kuti, you cannot sit in your room. I make sure that I can able to see you sitting. Don't worry, you can sit anywhere. I can haunt you. I can look for you. You can't run away from me too far away. I'll search for you. In 2 or 3 days' time, we will get to know each other very well. So most of it, 3/4 over here, I already know of it. I already know. So some of you are very new. Well and good. Okay, fine. But anyway, make sure that you sit. As long as I can see you, then okay. Then you can do your walking. Walking also, either upstairs or ground floor. For the female, or the first floor for the male and for the monks. All right. Then we have 1 o'clock group sitting, 3 o'clock group sitting, 5 o'clock group sitting. That means here this time is not all sit at one area. What I mean here as a group sitting means this time you sit, not for you to walk. You can sit anywhere you want, but this whole building, this time is a time for sitting. When it's time for walking, you get to do your walking. Then 6 o'clock, we have refreshments. You can have your refreshments at your pantry. I think at the male, at the end there, at the top, and the female at the topmost floor. We'll put some honey, or we'll put some allowable drinks for you all. Sometimes there may be some devotees who are kind enough to prepare some afternoon drinks for you all. But when you come to the afternoon refreshments, you only drink at 6 o'clock to 7 o'clock. Other times, not suka-suka, you go there. As you like, you go to the pantry to make a drink at any time you want. No. 6 o'clock is only time you go for it. You go at 6 o'clock, you finish your drink, you come out, you do your walking meditation. Then you continue. So you cannot do like any other time as you like. You got to hold your desire. You got to keep doing your practice instead of just going making some drinks. Okay. Then 7 o'clock, we have a group sitting again. Now 8 o'clock, while we are at 8 o'clock, then you prepare yourself for the session in the evening that we will have guided meditation and also Dhamma talk. Tonight also we'll have a Dhamma talk. So we have a guided meditation. We'll do a bit of metta, Maybe next week we will change to some other things. We'll see. Huh? Yeah. Then 9:30 or 9:45, between around that time, then I finish the Dhamma talk. Then we make aspiration. Then we share merits. Then after that, you can retire to your respective rooms. And the next day, we wake up all over again. So this is the schedule while you are in the retreat. If you have been following me some of the in the past retreat, I normally stick to this type of schedule. This type of schedule is for yogis to come when they are doing a full retreat. When they are doing a partial retreat, part-time retreat, then the schedule will be a bit more different. So, any question before we proceed on to the next thing on the basic guidelines, a basic method of practice? Anything else you want to know? Pardon? Yes, the bathing can be done, the showering can be done in the morning. Yes, you can do that. In the morning, it can be a bit more flexible. Because in the morning, we may have also interviews a lot. For most of you all, the interviews will be in the morning. Then during in the morning, then we have, during in that time, you can do your shower or laundry also. But nevertheless, a yogi, you have to calculate, that per day, you try to achieve 7 sittings per day of 1 hour each. No matter what you want to do, you try to achieve about at least minimum is 6 sittings. Better is if to have 7 sittings per day. So in between, you can do your shower and you can do your shower and also you can do your laundry. But hopefully everything you can do it, you do it in the morning. In the afternoon, try to keep yourself empty of any other thing. Don't do the laundry in the afternoon. Don't do anything in the afternoon except walk and sit. If you do like that, then the mind is easier for the mind to come down for a long run. If not, sometimes yogi get bored in the afternoon. What they do? Do laundry. What else they do? Make tea. Or whatever they want to do. So all these things, you got to hold back. The meditation is going to be very challenging. So we got to push everything aside. You give it a good habit. You develop a good habit that in the morning, you want to do anything, you do it in the morning. In the afternoon, you keep it as free as possible. Sometimes, no choice that sometimes the interview may be do it in the afternoon, but most of the time, I will keep the interviews in the morning. I keep the interviews in the morning. Okay? In Panditarama, in Burma, because they have a lot of toilets and shower room, whenever you come at, let's say, 6 p.m., over there is 5 p.m. for their showering time in the afternoon. So even if you got 100 yogis, no problem. They got like 70 bathrooms and toilets. So it's no big deal. Here we don't have that many. Here we may not have many. Within an hour, sometimes we got to wait 2 or 3 yogis to finish the shower, and especially the ladies. It'll take a bit longer than usual. Men a bit more faster. So, although usually what I want is that if yogis, when they finish at 6 p.m., everybody do their showering at that time. Then we have finished everything, you're doing a refreshment, 7 o'clock p.m. again, everybody comes in and do the sitting. Not as you, and not as I like or not as you like in that way. Okay? So you do it in the morning. Can, no problem. Shower, yes. During 6 to 7 only. Yes. Sitting time, you sit. Walking time, you walk. You are not here as you like, you know. Exactly. You stick to the schedule. If you are new here, you got to learn to stick to the schedule in order for you to reduce your desire. Later in the coming talks, in the coming days, I will explain why the schedule is formed in such a way, why you need to do in this way, why you should not do in certain way, then what is behind all these things. And especially behind here is the greed, is the desire. I will explain it further in the coming days. But you have to go through first. You got to go through the hour, 1 hour walk, 1 hour sit. Okay? Go Feng Lun, before you go on, a cup of water.